So that I'm teaching you how to go about it so that you can start getting results from it. So that's the beginning of the period. Yeah, I want to do it for people that are coming to learn under me and going through it. Yes, but I just buy your access to the dashboard and all, then you can come carry this thing later, since now. Then another problem to make that mistake of resting. It's in this lab. Be like say to the vote. Corruption. How far? You don't remember this lab now? When did you vote to me going? Oh what? Yes, please. Thank you. Ah, I don't tell you say victory won't marry. Victory. Mm. You post a wedding invitation today for our group chat. I don't even check. You did as well. Oh, yeah, until your life. I'm not sure. Check and see. But if I'm married, I don't go post for my status anything. Just me, my wife, my family. My family don't feel big. See, if I want to do marriage or wedding, look marriage. Like you are married. You have to do marriage. If I want to do marriage or wedding, this chart, you too dey focus on the chart. One of the rules of hosting a webinar, you not allow the chart get to
Nah, it wasn't getting to me.
you. Now, you get to me.
We'll talk when I've done.
Paying you. Like, you do fast now.
I was like, that's all that they do. Have you posted the link?
Yeah, I'm posting the link now. All right.
Okay.
Get on. Over lazy.
They send me the link. Oh.
Just check group chat. I'm posting it in the group chat.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for our
Okay.
You don't need lights now. Since you're not really want to show them your face, I think
Hmm?
you don't need lights.
No, not really.
I want to buy flower. Tell you, you will flower. You don't flower. Again, flower will come. You will flower. You don't dey think like our papa. I go steal you table. No, who carry flower finish house. I say, bro,
Your
but
voice,
just
oh, your voice, realize. How many people do I like? So we have just two people here. We'll just wait for a while for others to come. All right, so good evening, everybody. If you can hear me, just let me know if you can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me. No, on my phone, I cannot see comments because I'm not using the app. No, what's going on? Why is it angry? It's back now. All right, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to day two of Design with Vena. So, it won't be taking too long tonight. We're just going to go through some important stuff and design a thing or two and call it a night. I need to see how many people do we have online now? All right. So if you are ready for tonight's class, just type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let me see some I'm ready flying out there. If I'm audible enough and you can hear me properly, just type I'm ready. Okay. It's good to know you all are ready. So how many people do we have? Just nine. Just nine people. Okay. All right, we need more people to join before we start. We need more people to join. Once it is 8:20, we will just kick off. Okay, there's more people joining. Good evening, Dorcas. Good evening, Musa. Good evening, Valentine. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So yesterday we talked about a few things which I'll just quickly go through while we wait for others to join us. So we talked about what design is, the principles of design, and how to implement it using the elements of design. Remember, the elements cannot work without implementing the rules. The elements cannot work without implementing the rules. So your rules, understanding the rules of design is very key to getting a successful, attractive design. If you do not understand the principles, there is no way, there is no absolute way your design would look good. Yeah, that is just the fact. So we talked about some of the principles. We talked about some of the principles, which include balance, alignment, repetition, contrast, proximity, and all of that. Now, remember we said proximity is a very key part of design, where the rule is simple. Yes, the class will be recorded and shared when it's ready. So the rules are simple. Things that are related should be nearer to each other, and things that are unrelated should be further from each other. And also, you need to put in your, obviously, the use of from your element, you'll be able to implement this rule, which is space, which is an element of design. So I'm pretty sure we all got that yesterday. And we also got to talk about design processes, what you have to do first before you, basically the start and finish of every design. You need your design brief, what your design is going to be about. Then you need to make research on your design, on the kind of design you want to do, and you need to know your preferred tool, because it's not possible to there's no way you can say you want to do a design and you do not know how to use any tool. That's not possible. So obviously you know how to use your preferred tool, then you can start designing. From there, review, and then you can get it out to where it's supposed to be. And we also got to talk about the tools on our preferred tool. We introduced our preferred tool, which is Photo P. I explained some basic tools that you need to know: the move tool, the selection tool, the brush tool, the eraser, the crop tool. So many things we talked about yesterday. And yeah, that's basically. And then we also went to talk about the blend modes. Talked about the blend modes, which helps us manipulate things. With the blend modes, we are able to manipulate like our background, our images, our fonts, basically everything. It's very, very key in creating our designs. Okay, so okay, so tonight we are just gonna go on, and we are going to be starting with the top bar. So remember, we talked about the tools, we talked about the blend modes, and tonight we are going to talk about the top bar. Remember, we are getting to know our preferred tool for designing. This is not Canva. This is not any other design. So this is called Photo P. So we're getting to know our design tool. It's probably your network, frankly. We're getting to know our design too. And tonight we'll be talking about the top bar. Okay. So the top bar of Photopea contains various tools and options that allows you to navigate, modify, and work with your images. I'll take that again. The top bar of Photopea contains various tools and options that allow you navigate and modify and work with your images. Now the first is file. The menu provide options for opening, saving, and exporting files. It also includes options for managing layers, undoing and redoing actions, and assessing preferences. Let me explain that. Now, when you go up here, if you look at where my cursor is, let me try to cover that. If you look at where my cursor is, I believe we can see my cursor. If you look at where my cursor is, if you click on the file, you would see new. This new opens a new canvas. When you want to start a new design, it helps you to open a new canvas. And you pick your preferred size. It could be Instagram, probably you want to do a social media flyer, it could be Instagram or YouTube. So from new, you can set the size of canvas you want to design on. Next is open. With the open, you can open any file, PSD file, or an image. Once you open it, it will open in a new tab. Okay, so I believe you are still with me. My screen, this screen is very small. I believe you're still with me. So, still on the file, when you click it open, the file is on the top left corner. You would see file once you open photopea. So new is to open a new document. You can see here I have 3 documents open here. So once you click on new and you create your preferred canvas, it opens a new file. Then opens an already existing file that you already have. It could be a PNG file or a Photoshop file. So you can open it and place it. So there is open and place, open more, then share as PNG or JPEG or Photoshop file. Then you have the save, then save as PSD, save more, and all of that. So those are the basic things you need to know on file. So next is edit. The edit menu offers standard editing options such as copying, pasting, transforming, and modifying selections. It also includes options for adjusting image properties and applying filters and working with text. So let's go into our edit button, edit menu. So let's say I moved this. Let's say I moved this shape up here and I wanted to go back to where it was. You simply come to the edit and you click on undo or redo and it's going to undo. You can see it's back to where it was before. So that's the basic explanation about undo and redo. Then step forward, step backward. Then we have cut and copy. You can use this when you select something, probably a text or a part of an image. When you use your selection tool to select it, you then go to edit, copy, then go to where you want to paste and paste. Next is image. The image menu contains options for resizing, cropping, rotating, and flipping the image. You can also adjust image contributions like attributions like brightness, contrast, saturation, and color balance. Now, the whole story behind all of this is simply with the image menu, you can retouch your image. You can add some touches to your image and make it look much better. You can add brightness. When you go to the image menu, you can see mode, you can see adjustment. So you can add brightness to your image, levels, curves, exposure, which really lightens your image or darken it, and vibrance, hue and saturation, color balance, etc. So many, it basically helps you to work on your image to get the desired results. So next we have layer. The layer menu provides options for creating, managing, and manipulating layers in your composition. You can create new layers, adjust their blending modes, their opacity, and visibility. Now, when you come here, this, let's say you click on create new layer. This is where your layers are. This is where your layers are. Remember, we said this layers is where the magic happens. This is where you decide where each object or each element on your design is supposed to be, whether it's going to be behind, whatever is going to be behind or in front of. So yeah, that's basically it. And from here you can work on your layers. If you want to delete it or duplicate it, duplicate simply means creating another one that is exact same, what another thing that is exact same on that layer. Then we have the layer style, which takes us to the blending options, so we can play around with that particular layer. Then the new fill layer, you can fill it with a single color, a gradient fill. Remember, we said gradient is a mixture of two or more colors. Then we have the pattern fill. Then we have new adjustment layer, raster marks, vector marks, and so on. Those are like the basics you need to know about layer. Then next is filter. The filter menu provides a variety of artistic and image adjustment filters that you can apply to your image. These filters allow you to modify the appearance and style of your artwork. Now let's go to the filter. So from the filter, we have the filter gallery, we have the lens correction, they have the camera raw. What you basically need most of the time here is the camera raw, the blur, and the blur. Camera raw and the blur. You might need to give your image or your design some spicy effects. So the blur and the camera raw helps to give you this effect that you need. Or you need to sharpen your image. Or you need to sharpen your image. As you keep going, you would understand what all these tools does. Next, we have view options. The view options allow you to customize the display of your image. The view option allows you to customize the display of your image. You can zoom in or out, fit the image to the window, or view it at its actual size. There are also options for toggling rulers, guides, and guidelines. So here's what we mean. So in the view option, if I click on zoom in, you see my screen just zoomed in, only the canvas part. Then if I click on zoom out, it goes back to the way it was. If I click on fit to area, it's fitting into this particular canvas. Then it just goes on and on from there. Let's say I want rulers. Rulers guides my work. Rulers helps to guide my work. You can see this colored line that I'm bringing out. You can see it. You can see this ruler that is at the top, that is on the right and at the top. So from the view option, you can get these rulers and your guidelines to guide your design and help you achieve what you want to achieve. Now, next is tool presets. On the right side of the top bar, you will find a row of icons representing various tools and more. Clicking on a tool icon will activate it for use, and you can access additional options and settings by clicking on the icon. Now, we can see this here. Just look at where my cursor is. We see all these tools here. This tool here is our layers, where we do our magic, remember? And this is the channels. This is the color swatch, and this is history, and so on and so forth. And we also have the text path here that help us change our text, format our text to our desired outcome. Now, next is the zoom level, located at the located on the right side of the top bar. The zoom level indicates the current magnification of the image. You can click on the percentage or use the plus and minus buttons to adjust the zoom level. Now, the plus and minus buttons is only if you are using a system, but if you are not, you just click on it and it gives you the percentage to adjust. Now, moving on, that is basically it for top bar. So now we have come to the end of knowing our tools, what is design, understanding blend modes, and tonight just we are going to be creating a simple flyer. We're going to be creating a simple flyer tonight. I mean, if you are happy and finally ready to create a flyer, let me see some fire emoji. Can I see some fire emoji? Okay, I'm getting some. My screen is not clear. Maybe you should increase your resolution, your view resolution. Thank you, Musa. Thank you, Prince. All right, I need more fire emoji so we can go on to create a flyer for tonight. Okay, just go to your YouTube settings and increase your resolution. It makes your screen clearer. All right, so without wasting much time, let's get into tonight. We will be creating a flyer today, and we're going to be using every element I showed you, and we're going to be using the principles just as I told you. Now, first things first, when you want to create a design, you go to your file. If you remember when I said it, you click on new, and we want to create a social media design which you can post on Instagram or Facebook. So the normal size for social media for Instagram is 1080 by 1080 or 2000 by 2000. So tonight we will be using 1080 by 1080. You click on this. Photopia has already created it down for us. You click on it and you leave every other thing as it is and you click on create. As you can see, this is our new canvas. This is our new canvas, and we will be replicating this design. If you've seen this design before, drop a fire emoji. I've seen it. Just drop a "I've seen it" and a fire emoji. Awesome, Prince. Awesome. Good. Now we will be replicating this particular design tonight. Okay? Now we have created our new project. Now the first thing we want to look at is the background. The background here, you can see some texture that gives it this depth and makes it look like it's alive. Okay? So we're going to work with that. And first things first, now I do not have some of these elements on my system here, on this particular system. So I'm just going to transfer it from this design. So first things first is our background. We have our background and we need this picture. Remember what I said with your top bar? You go to your new project, you click here, you open, and you search for where whatever it is you want to use is, the image, wherever the image is. Okay, let's just look at this folder. Okay, let's just pick this image since I cannot find that particular image. Now, I'm going to teach you a very simple and quick trick that you can use anytime, any day. Now, you see this picture. If the fastest way, if you want to cut your picture, if you don't want to go through the stress of using the select button, wait, this picture is supposed to be here. Oh, here's the picture. Okay, so I think I found our picture. I found the picture. So you click on file, you click on open and place. Now open and place places it into this particular canvas, but we don't want to do that. So what you click on is open. Then you search for where the design is, the picture is. This is the picture here. You click on it, then you click on open. As you can see, now we want to cut out this picture from the white background. We want to cut out this picture from the white background. So the easiest thing you want to do to cut this picture very, very fast and easy is you use the magic wand. Now, who can tell me why I am using the magic wand? Who can tell me why I am using the magic wand too? Okay. Okay, so I'll be using the magic wand too because we have a single color here. We have a similar color here. We have a single color here. I told us that the magic tool helps us select colors that are the same. So we can see that the background of this image is completely white. The background of this image is completely white. So with our magic tool, we can use it to cut this image with so much ease without stress. So when you select your magic tool, you come to your picture, place it, and just click on it. You see it selects the entire part that is white. It has selected the entire part that is white. Now you can click on delete. If you are using a system, if you are using a system, you can click on delete, or hold on. If you are using a system, just click on delete. I don't know why this is not okay. We are here. So you just click on delete and it just goes off. I believe we can see that. All I had to do was select everything white and it was just gone. Okay. Now we deselect this. We deselect this. We go to our edit and deselect. All right, so we are good to go. We are good to go. Our image is ready. We have cut our image and our image is ready. We just want to pick it up and drop it on our original canvas. So the best way to do this is you click on this, you go to your layers, you pick on duplicate layer into, because we want to move it from here into our Instagram layer. You click on duplicate into and you select here. You see the name new project. You click on it and you click OK. When you go there, you can see your image there already. So you just bring your image forward. So what you want to do is you reduce it to fit into the canvas. I believe we can all see what I'm doing. You reduce it to fit into the canvas. Now, in this design, according to the design we are replicating, the right alignment was what was used. Okay, so that is what we are going to be replicating. So you fit this into the canvas, and you see we are set. As you can see, we are set. Now, next next thing you want to do is, remember, we already have the details of what we want to do. The topic is why remain broke in 2023. Why remain broke in 2023? So we're just going to create our topic now. We can turn this off first and try to create our topic first. Now, one thing you want to always take note of when creating your designs, please, this is very important. Do not let everything be too close to the edge. Let there be space. This rulers is meant to guide you. Okay? This rulers is meant to guide you so you don't push everything entirely to the edge. So everything you are going to be doing should be just around in here. Should be only around in here. Okay? Everything you're going to be doing according to, after we've placed our rulers correctly, whatever you're going to be doing should only be around here. So now let's create our topic. Our topic is why remain broke. So broke is the main thing we need. Broke is the main character, so we want to create that. So type your broke, and the left alignment was used. So you click, look at where my mouse goes to. You click on the left alignment, and then you go to your text. Remember, the icons by the right is used to navigate and set your text and every other thing you need. So we bring this together. We bring this together and just set it. So we increase the size and place it. We increase the size. Now you can see that this is not the kind of font that was used. So we want to find a font that is similar to this. Let's just see if we can find any good font here. I believe we are all following. Okay. So in case probably you got the PSD file and you do not have the font. On Photopea, you can simply borrow the font that was used. So what you do is you click on the font in the layer option, then you go to layer. Remember what I said, duplicate into, and you take it to where you want it to be. So we want it to be a new project and okay. As you can see, the font we need is here now. So you just fit it into the canvas. You fit it into the canvas. Remember, it shouldn't be too big. It shouldn't take all the space completely. So you just make it at a good size. Okay, this is good. And then next is, remember, you can see this is the main attraction. This is the main thing here. Um this is the target. This is the main message we're trying to pass. So the next thing is why remain. So we want to pick that too. We can even pick this entire title and duplicate it into the where we want it, but we're not going to do that. We're going to pick it one after the other. So why remain, we pick that. We go to select, sorry, we go to layer, duplicate into, we pick the layer we want it to go to, and okay. And when you go there, you can see your what you duplicated. So you reduce this. So place it where it's supposed to be and just fit it in. Okay, I believe we are following. Now this font changed because we do not have this font in Photopea. Don't worry, I will show you how to install specific fonts for your design. So next is, ooh, my light is gone. Anyways, next is this right up here. We've gotten our topic, we've gotten our subtopic. The next is in 2023. So first we want to create that We want to create that 2023, and we just take it. You go look at this layer, look at where my cursor is. Now with this layer you can choose the way you want to place your object. So you pick the layer, you hold it, then you drag it down below broke because you want it to be behind, as we can see that. Now we want to change this color, so we'll click on, when we create it, we click on it and we come here at the top bar. We can see fill, we click on that, and we can click any color that is here, or if you want to pick another color entirely, if you want to pick another color you can do that. So in this video we just need the orange color and we are good. Now next is 2023. We can simply pick this like we did before, duplicate into OK. You can see that it is way behind, so we want to bring it up. You go to your layer, bring it up, just follow my cursor so you see, where how I am placing my elements. So you bring it up so it can be visible here. So you just pick it and place it. So this font is not doing it for us, so we're going to change this font. Let's find something else, something bold. Now you want to also pay attention to your use of fonts. The kind of font you use for your design is very important. I'll say this again. The kind of font you use for every design is very important. It has to be appealing to the eyes. It has to look good. Okay? So, we're just going to use this. We're just going to use this font, then increase the size. You can either increase the size from the toolbar. Or you just increase it from here and you click OK. Okay, I believe we can see that. Okay, now you see our topic is almost ready. Now another thing you want to pay attention to is not everything should be catching attention. Please, you don't have to make everything so bold. You really don't have to. Let the main information be bold, then the rest can just be light and easy to see. Okay, so let's make sure we keep that in mind. Now next is in. So we want to take that, duplicate into. Now remember, you have to create your design yourself. This, you only do what I'm doing right now if you already have a design you just want to follow. Now I'm showing you how you can just use a design that was already there and just follow through with it. Okay? So you just adjust this to fit in. Wow, there are no. You adjust this to fit in. As you can see, not too big, not too small, just normal and easy to read. You can navigate through it. You can see we made use of our space correctly. Now next we can then bring in the image. See, the image is too, as you can see, the image is too big and it's taking too much of space. So you can simply reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. You can see it's well seen and every other thing can be seen too. Now the next thing you want to remove is the background. So you just adjust it to fit in. Okay, I'm back. So the next thing you want to do is we want this join the live webinar by with Mr. Great, and we need the live on and his social media handles. So we're just gonna pick all of that. We're just gonna pick all of that and send it to where we need it. Okay. So duplicate into new project. Okay. So we just adjust it to fit into the canvas, and then we pick it and take it up to where it can be seen. I believe we can see that. Can we see that? Can we see that? Okay. So moving on, everything is set. We have the right placement of our write up. Our image is here. The call to action, the location of the class is where it's supposed to be. The call to action is also there, and we can see the main message that this is trying to pass. Obviously, why remain broke in 2023? You would want to know what this class is all about. Now I'm going to give you one tip. As an internet marketer, when creating content for your flyer, you want to keep it simple. All information doesn't need, you don't need to pack every information into the flyer. Just keep it very simple and straightforward. Tell a story with it and let people wonder what is it about. Let them want to join in the class and know what it's actually about. Okay, so our flyer is almost ready. Our flyer is almost ready. I believe, let me put it in the other one so you can see. Now you can see here they're practically almost the same. Next, we need the logo and the social media icons. So we're just gonna pick them up, pick them up, and go to layer, duplicate into new project. Okay. So you just size it into the canvas. You just size it into the canvas and take it to where it can be easily seen. Okay, just pick this and place it up here. We pick the logo and place it where it's supposed to be. Now, one more thing you also want to pay attention to. Now, this logo, this is not the actual color. The logo is gold and black in color. Now, because of this particular design, I needed to change the color to resonate with the color I'm using on this design, which is why I changed it to white completely, so it doesn't fight with the colors I'm using on my own designs. Okay, so our design is almost set. We can see there is no difference. Next is the background. Now, there are two things I did to the background. First, I added a bit of texture to give it depth. I'm going to pick this and take it into new products. Okay. There are two things I did to the background. So I fixed this. It's so nice. So you just turn this on. Now this is a texture background that just gives it, it's like a curtain. It gives it this feel. As we can see, I've turned it off. There is nothing. um as you can see, this is the background I used. This is the background I used. Okay, I will be sharing the resources I used to create this design so you all can recreate it following the um following the video. So with this background, I blended this background into my design. So all I just did was I used my blend mode and I changed it to multiply. Now you can see immediately I changed it to multiply. It blended with the white background and gave it that deep feel. I believe we can see that. We can see the difference between before and after, how it was before the background. This is how it was before the background, and this is how it was when I added the background. It gave it that deep feel that makes it look realistic. Okay, and this is basically all I did in this design. All I had to do was download this background, then I blend it into my background, and I was able to get this. Okay, so our design is ready. As you can see, there is no difference between this and this. There is no difference. Now, if you want to work on it further so it doesn't it's not too much, there's what we call layer marks, which you can use to just blend it more so it is not too deep. It is just the right amount of it. So at this point, we've come to the end of this tutorial. We've been able to achieve this with photopay. So um, okay, I have some people asking why picking them instead of creating them. Like I said, we are just replicating this design. I already have the resources which was downloaded. I would share them with you. I would also let you know where to download them from. If you followed my class yesterday, I mentioned Pinterest, which is the king of basically getting every resources you need online. Okay, the key thing is just to know the keyword to use when searching for what you want. All right. Okay. So Thank you for joining this class. We are not done. Do we have any other questions? Do we have any other questions? Okay. In the absence of no questions, I'm just going to drop this with us. So I'm sure you might be wondering, there okay, the app. Mr. Gray didn't drop that yesterday. So he's going to send a group link which you all would join. So I can drop these resources and the app APK for you to download and install it on your phone. So that will be done this night. Okay. So just look out for on the group for the link to the group for resources. So next is no, you cannot find the app on Play Store. It's not on Play Store. All right, awesome. Now, I know there are some of you that would want to go further with this. Did we actually enjoy this class? Let me get that first. If you enjoyed the class, just drop an emoji. Please take screenshots for me. Screenshots, comments. Did we enjoy the class? Well, no.
Okay.
So basically, everything I did here is basically the same way you can do it on your smartphone. I'm also going to send a video on creating a flyer with smartphone. So you'll see that there's really no difference. Okay? Just awesome. Just all right, awesome. All right, good. So now we've come to the end of today's class. Thank you for joining. Now, I believe that there are some people that would want to learn more, go ahead with this and get to know some things that are confusing to them and also get me to help them in any way I can. So I'm giving the opportunity to you guys tonight. This is for you. If you're interested in knowing more, getting to actually learn this properly and not just stop here. So I will be having the advanced class for this. What you'll be learning is flyer design tutorials, everything flyer design, your promo flyer, your webinar flyer, everything you need to know about flyer designs. Then I'll also be teaching you design tips and tricks, how to blend your backgrounds and come up and get a desired result, how to use 3D templates, where to download them from and use them, and also how to use your image, how to touch up your image and make it look more appealing. Now, this class is only for people that are ready to learn. I do not need too much people. Okay, I do not need too much people that I can handle. So if you're ready for me to guide you personally and you learn these things and more that I have explained here, then you can send a DM. Mr. Great will drop my number on the group. You can send a DM. Now, this advanced class costs 5,000 naira. It costs 5,000, but because you are Mr. Great student, only for Mr. Great students in Great Nation, you can pay 3,000 naira from now from now till today is 14. So you have 3 days to pay 3,000 naira please listen to me closely. This training costs 5,000, but as Great Nation, you would be paying 3,000 naira to have access to all of these things that I have mentioned, and it will only be up for 3 days. You would only have 3 days to pay 3,000 naira. After that, you would be paying 5,000 naira. After these 3 days, you will be paying 5,000 naira. And entry to this training would close by 20th of this month. So you don't even have till 20th to make payment. You have only 3 days. Okay. So if you're ready and you want to go further into this, there's a whole lot I'm going to be giving out. I'm going to be giving out free resources. Apart from this trainings I'm going to be giving you free resources. All of my resources, I'm going to be sharing that with you, and I'm going to be taking you through processes to be a better designer for your business. Okay. So if you're ready, send a DM and let's get you started in your design journey. So, thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you. I am still Covenant, and good night. How do I end this thing? Stop sharing.